gentlemen, boys and girls, the boys are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world, Mike. To my left is V-Rad Vince, and down low is the big dog. What's up, boys?
Just big chilling.
Good to be back in full effect tonight, and boy, do we got a lot going on. Oh, hell yeah. I missed both you guys last week. Both you guys were busy, couldn't make it, so I had to call on the Ohio Chief to take the reins.
I missed like the last 2-3 episodes, man.
That's all right, buddy. Sometimes life happens. It's okay. We still love you.
Sometimes
you're back. That's all that matters. But we do have a lot to get into tonight. I mean, we want to give you everything because we do have a couple weeks coming up. You know, we don't want to give away stuff for obviously our next show that we want to talk about more in depth. But I do want to talk about Mega Championship Wrestling. Had an event at Retro Toy Market this past weekend with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I was told it was a good turnout, but the main attraction was Shogun Jackson Stone defending his Infinity Championship against Joey Vincent Martini.
JVM.
Where this match essentially was taken to the streets. If you were seeing it was posted by Mega Championship Wrestling. These men literally fought out into the middle of the highway. They were a busy street. Cars were going past. Referee Iron Sats Nick Barney was trying to get them back in the ring, and they just weren't listening.
Wow.
It was a very controversial decision as Nick Barney had taken, he got knocked out at one point. I didn't see by what. But then Nate came out and counted the 3 for Joey Vincent Martini to win the title.
Wow.
Nick stood up, said he was not out of it, and it was out of Nate's jurisdiction to run down to the ring and make that 3 count, therefore reversing the decision. And still, your Infinity Champion, the Suplex Shogun, Jackson Stone.
Nice.
Wow.
That's crazy. I didn't see that.
Yeah, the whole match wasn't posted. I mean, apparently it was just chaos between these two guys, dude. Like, I
believe it. I'm kind of mad that I wasn't there to see that.
Right. I'm mad I didn't get to meet Brutus.
Right.
Yeah. Well, coming up, and I'll touch on this, and we'll obviously talk about it more. Retro Toy Market will be hosting another meet and greet on August 10th, which is the week after SummerSlam, boys. The week after, so hopefully you got a little money saved up, or left after SummerSlam. But it will be a three-peat. And look, let's talk about these 3 guys that are coming to Retro Toy Market because one of them I'm pretty fucking excited about. Number 1 is probably one of the best comedic gimmicks that we've ever seen. Gilbert.
Yes.
I love it.
Gilbert was hilarious when we were in the 90s. The sparklers, the whole, he was fucking hilarious.
He did it so well.
So, the tongue out the hat.
Yeah. He owned that.
Yeah.
He killed it.
I mean, he knew that was the only way he was getting over in WWE at the time, and it fucking worked, dude. It was perfect.
What did these young kids say? He understood the assignment.
Yeah, 100%. Jeremy Schaefer in the chat. What's up, bro? How are you?
Jeremy, what's up, brother? Jeremy, I got your shirt. I'm bringing it to Salem. Got you, brother.
Midsommar, which we will be talking about here shortly because this card for Midsommar is fire, bro. We're going to touch on it lightly. Next week, we'll go definitely full in-depth with this card and what we think. Tonight's just going to be kind of like a recap show, I think, boys, of what we got going on. We want to remind everybody. We want to make sure that, you're getting these tickets, especially for something like this weekend. But let me talk back. My bad. I got off topic. Retro Toy Market, August 10th, Gilbert. We will also have Marty Jannetty, one half of the Rockers.
Ooh, that's so crazy.
And then the creme de la creme, boys. The creme de la creme, in my opinion. Every year, Royal Rumble time comes around, and they ask me. You can ask me to this day, who's going to be a surprise entrant this year? And my answer is always the same. Tatanka. Tatanka will be at Retro Toy Market on August 10th, and I, for one, am excited about that because, again, I love Tatanka. He was always one of my favorites when I was a kid.
Are you getting a picture with Tatanka?
Hell yeah, buddy.
You gonna do a pose? You gonna do a cool pose?
No, because it'd probably be racist in 2020.
Oh my god.
Man,
well, if you do that, I'll do the Gilbert with Gilbert.
But yeah, so Retro Toy Market, come out August 10th. Mark it down on your calendars. Mega Championship Wrestling will be there. But this coming weekend, Mega Championship Wrestling will be live at Lake County Captain Stadium. The baseball game starts at 7. The wrestling starts at 7 throughout the game. Entertainment throughout the game. You can hang out and watch the baseball game. You can go over and get yourself a glizzy and a cool souvenir cup that looks like a baseball bat, because I was there last year. They're pretty fucking cool. Yeah, you can get it with soda or pop. They fill it up with either or. I got souvenir ice cream in the hat last year.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
The batting helmet?
Yep,
yeah, man.
It's fucking cool. And then, yeah, wrestling throughout the whole show. So even if you can watch a little wrestling, take off, watch a little baseball game, come back, watch a little more wrestling. They will be putting on. And I know that one match has been signed so far. Besides, there's a match we're going to talk about, and I want to know what your guys' thoughts on this. But one match of well-known wrestlers that when I say this, you guys are going to be like, oh, okay, so that's how it's going down. We will see the one and only Paxton Calloway going 1-on-1 with Hungry Cody Gray.
Ooh.
That sounds like a lot
of big men bumping meats, baby.
That is big men bumping meats.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys got to check out Turmoil this week. I was actually fortunate enough to, I wouldn't say fortunate enough. I had to yell at George and Nick after the show on Post Turmoil because they didn't give me any snacks. If you're going to send me to the ring to referee a Cody Gray match, you have to give me like hard candies or like something in my pocket that I can give this man, because he came in for the Feast or Famine Gauntlet match and he destroyed 5 wrestlers on Mega's roster, just destroyed them. So he almost ate me, but he was very nice and he did not. So thank you. But I told George after the show. I told George after the show that, next time if I get to, referee, I'm gonna have to, get some snacks for Cody. Mary said she's coming to the baseball game, but she's coming just for the wrestling. That's fine. That's
she also agreed he's a beast.
Oh yeah, Cody was a machine. So that one is coming up, and then like I said, they do have a mask. I'm trying to find it. I know the other day I was looking. They have the mascots are going to be facing off.
Oh, what's that? Horatio.
One is Horatio, and I can't remember the other one. That's what I'm looking for right now. But yeah, they fought last year at the show, and it was freaking crazy. And Horatio won. Here we go. Skipper versus Horatio. It's going down. And like I said, last year there was a pickle in the ring, and like Jeffrey. I know that Jeffrey from Toys R Us, if you watched Colossal Con or seen the beautiful pictures put out by our friend Shell Bell, Jeffrey showed up at Colossal Con, and Jeffrey stated that he will be at Lake County Captain Stadium. My
money's on Jeffrey.
I'm going to go ahead and put this up there so we can hold him to it. He's probably just mad because I'm wearing my Chris Onyx shirt right now. But if I had a Chambea shirt, I'd be rocking it. Right,
give me one, baby.
Make us brown and orange ones.
I'll take either.
As long as it's not yellow and black.
Shout out Brazzy, my guy.
Brazzy, I'll rock the hell out of that shirt. Hook me up, brother. Yeah. 2X.
But yeah, Horatio versus the Skipper. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, Jeffrey's already stated that he will be in attendance. So Jeffrey from Toys R Us is showing up. Like I said, he showed up at Comic-Con in a diaper and a cigarette in his mouth. He was upset with Jeff Bezos. It's been a whole thing. We saw him at Comic-Con a couple years ago. And, he had like a toy. He was trying to get you to buy his toy because Amazon ruined him and, made Toys R Us go bankrupt. So now Jeffrey's smoking crack and cigarettes. And he looks like he's smoking crack. He's, like I said, he's in a ripped diaper.
My boy hit rock bottom, man. He's going through some hard times.
Yeah, I get it. I feel it, So Jeffrey will be in action, or at least
I want to see Jeffrey come in, like sneak in the match and hit.
He showed up last year. It's on Mega Championship Wrestling's page. He showed up last year, and he did interfere in this match. So who knows what could happen? Like I said, last year I think it turned into like a mascot battle royale. There just ended up being like 6 different mascots. One I had no idea who was. Like
I love that.
It was great. It was very, very entertaining. That's coming up this weekend, and Brandon sent me a link. I have a link. I will send it to you guys in the chat. You can comment it and post it on the the comments on the video tonight. But I tried for an hour. Like I've been on here for an hour to try to get it to come across the ticker on the bottom, which it would, but it's not clickable. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't make it clickable where you can click it off our video.
He said, "Who knows what will happen during a mega show anywhere? I mean, anymore."
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys noticed this or saw this. We did have a debut. One of our friends of the pod, Yo Paulie the Hammer, made his commentary debut for Mega Championship Wrestling on Thursday Turmoil and hosted Post Turmoil with Brandon. And it has been confirmed. Paulie the Hammer is your new voice of Mega Championship Wrestling, making his debut on July 20th at Baddies and the Beasts.
Yes.
So we all know Paulie. We all know Paulie. We all know that's what he loves to do, and he's really good at it. So I'm fucking stoked for the guy.
Former voice of OCW. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dude's a great 100%. Talent.
So Paulie, I'm glad to have Paulie as part of the team and him being back to what he loves doing. You should have seen him after Thursday Night Boys. He was just ear to ear. Just smiles for miles, dude. It was nuts. So
I know it. I know, man.
And it's a whole different vibe with Mega Championship Wrestling, and so he was in heaven with it. So kudos to Paulie. I'm stoked to see you on the 20th behind the desk again. As far as Mega Championship Wrestling, I know that we do have the Akron Rubber Ducks coming up after that Lake County Captains, but on June 22nd.
Side note, I'm still not over that. Like, I still call them the Akron Arrows. The Rubber Ducks is just weird to me.
Yeah, I mean it's cool though.
It's been years, and I still can't like.
Well, that's like us calling. It's not. I don't call it the Prague. Like, let's go down to Progressive Field. Nah, hit the Jake, bro. It's always going to be the Jake.
Like the gun.
If I call it something now, I say Romo Fijo because of Matt Campy. So I'll drop the Romo Fijo because it's hilarious. But other than that, yeah, it's the gun. That's where I grew up, dude. And, it'll always be Cleveland Brown Stadium, regardless of if it moves to Brook Park or not. But that's a topic for another show.
Not this one.
Midsommar, we have coming up for NEOPro Wrestling, making a return to Salem, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
And then we won't talk about this in depth. We're going to talk about this next week. Me and Vince will get into this show in depth next week. Dean is on vacation with the fish for his birthday. So happy early birthday to the fish.
I'll be in Florida.
And so Dean will not be with us. It'll be in V-Rad next week.
I got StreamYard on my phone. Maybe I'll pop up on the beach or something. Just jump in real quick.
Pop in. We don't want to see your nipples, though.
Oh, I'm going to show my nipples.
What are you talking about? No.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to speak for Vince. I don't want to speak for Vince. But yeah, we will go over this card more in depth next week. But I want to know one match out of this card that you guys are hella excited.
5-star Thomas Adams and Christian Napier.
Yeah,
for real. I'm curious to see how this goes down.
This one's been boiling, dude. Every time we show up to Salem, the fans show out for 5-star TA. He's just been calling out Christian Napier, man, and trying to make a statement. It hasn't really worked out for him.
I don't know. He's
finally,
wild,
the 1v1. Finally, the 1v1
is thick, man.
Yeah.
The knife.
Thick, like 100% thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 440 is just obviously we all know they don't roll alone, so that's another thing you have to be concerned about, I guess.
Yep.
They're here. You know what I'm saying? They're not. It's not just Christian. He's gonna have somebody behind him, whether it be RSP, off in the cut over here. Who's not, 440 will have a presence known and it will be felt. But how about you?
Another
Vince?
match I'm looking forward to is Matthew Taylor versus our boy Dontavio.
That's a good one too.
I'm excited for that. We've had a lot of build up for that one. Matt Taylor has tried to multiple times, pull the wool over Dontavio's eyes, show him that it's
the way.
it's his the way of the light, the gospel. And I think Dontavio's had enough. Dontavio's like, it's time to put an end to this. So we'll see how this goes.
I'm worried about Jake Ely. I'm concerned about his well-being.
A little bit. I think match that I'm the most excited for.
I'm not doubting the Thunderbird, but we are talking about Beastman.
Yeah, who again, under the guise of Jexy and the Gospel of the Light, is an absolute destroyer. But the match I'm most excited about is another women's championship defense for Megan Myers. She will be going one-on-one with Nurse Micah. I love Nurse Micah. She's great. Very technical wrestler. Very beast mode. Like, as much as we all said that Katie Arquette could have took the title, Nurse Micah can take this title.
Yeah, very much so.
Nurse Micah has more of a presence around NEOPro wrestling. She's been here before. She knows the fans. The fan base knows her, and they love her.
You know what? Yeah. Every time she's been here at NEOPro, she's gotten a very well. Yeah.
Big pop.
She's got little kids with her signs and stuff. Like, even when she came out the first time and she wasn't really a baby, she really wasn't face. She really came out kind of just indifferent, I'd say, because she wasn't heelish, but she was very indifferent. And
she's very well loved by the NEOPro faithful, just like Angel Metro. Like,
I agree, and that's just this card's going to be stacked. Like I said, we're going to talk more about it next week, and we'll break it down a little bit more for everybody. Vince, do you have a match that you're most excited about?
Yeah, actually, the that tag team match, DD Trash versus Studio 86 for the they get the first run at the titles. Yep.
Number one contender to go against Uncle Wilbur and the Sandman, who are your NEOPro. I'm sorry, Shane Douglas. My bad.
Yep.
Shane Douglas. My fault. Sandman was there. It was the same show. I got confused. Both ECW.
There's a lot going on with that last show. Yep.
Yeah. So the franchise Shane Douglas and Uncle Wilbur Whitlock are your NEOPro tag team champions, and they will finally get a number one contender, whether it be DD Trash, who are your brand new OCW tag team champions, or Studio 86, who is still undefeated. I mean, minus the Wilbur Shane. They were undefeated coming to that. They tried to get handed the titles. Shane and Wilbur took it off them. That was their first defeat, I guess. So, they only lost once to the current champions. Get the rematch, So, as much as I hate Studio 86 on a personal level, they're a great team. They're a good team.
You gotta give credit when you do. When it's due.
They're a good team. But DD, I'm gonna just throw this out there. DD Trash is fucking nuts. So,
You're Trash and the mobile home wrecker.
Yep. So I mean, it could go both ways.
Just either one of these guys, either one of these teams could win this, and then become our number one contender. So
that's
pumped about this show. Again, the card's stacked. There's a couple more matches on there that we're going to go over, and I know that we will have some. We will get to hear from the NEOPro heavyweight champion Patrick Hayes at Midsommar. So we'll see what's on the table for him and what's next.
Can't wait
another
to
thing.
To the whole song for his entrance. He's going to take his good old time.
Jesus, man, don't get me started on Patrick Hayes.
Take 15.5 minutes to get to the ring.
Now, I'm going to talk about this, and we're going to talk a little more in depth about this. And I know we still got weeks to come.
What's up,
What's up, buddy?
Love you, man.
What's up, Tim?
we do got some RSW news as well that we're gonna go over. Speaking of Tim, but it's not up yet, so it's not time yet for that. But we will have RSW coming back to Parma. What's this ain't loading? It never does. Off the messages, like when I pull it out of a message, it doesn't load.
No.
Anyways, we're gonna talk about this. All competitors have been revealed for Baddies and the Beast. We have no idea how this is going to go down. We have no idea the match, the way it's set up, any of the tournament, any of the cup. No idea. It's yet to be revealed by Brandon Xavier, but we do have all 12 participants. Starting with the beginning, unfortunately, Uncle Wilbur in the chat. Uncle Wilbur, good to see you, brother.
Love you, brother.
And so here we go. I'm just gonna go down them in order after the 12, and then we can talk about who you're most excited about, who you're most excited to see, because there's some mega debuts coming. There's some mega debuts, a couple of them. Angel Metro making her mega debut. Ari Alexander, Megan Myers, Emily Locke is returning to Mega Championship Wrestling. Alexis Littlefoot returning to Mega Championship Wrestling. The return of Super Oprah.
Hell yeah.
The mega debut of Colby Max.
Yes.
Sebastian LaShawn, Madam President in the Mega Cup. The mega debut of Big Al, Alice Crowley.
I forgot about that.
The mega debut of the lovely Miss Larkin. The return of Storm Garcon. And I'm not sure. I believe Pegasa has fought in the Mega Bishop, but I could be wrong about that one. I'm not 100% sure on it. It's
How do you say that?
Pegasa? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's PEG space ASA. So I don't know if it's like.
I'm gonna butcher it.
Yeah, she's a luchador female. She, I've seen her wrestle before. Like she's rolled with Dios, I believe, at Erie All Stars.
Oh, really?
If it's the same one I'm thinking of, it could be different, but I think the name's the same. But they was announced today, and then also announced, like we said earlier, probably one of the biggest announcements in Mega Championship Wrestling history for the summer, at least. Coming. Oh, let me do the one first. So at Baddies and the Beast, there will be hardware surrounding the ring, not only once but twice. At Baddies and the Beast, we will have 2 cage matches.
Not 1, 2.
The first one being this grudge match that we all saw. Chris Onyx and Butchie B ended up in a double count out, just beating the hell out of each other outside of the ring. This match will be decided in a steel cage at Baddies and the Beast.
Which is a great idea.
Yes.
Not only that, like I said, biggest announcement probably in at least the last 5 years for Mega Championship Wrestling. Coming out of retirement to take his rightful place, as he says, as the greatest brass knuckles champion of all time, Brandon Xavier will challenge the champion Colt Johnson.
Crazy. This is going to be crazy.
This is going to be a good one.
Do you remember? I think the last time we saw Brandon fight, Dean, was against him and Mike Michaels, right? It was
yeah.
That like a hardcore match.
He didn't really get into it with the Team Tim and him.
Yeah, he didn't really wrestle in that match in the 2-ring chaos. So
it was with Mike Michaels.
It was, and so for Brandon to come out of retirement, for Brandon to pull it out, to like say that he's here, he's taking that belt back, and he's going to become a 4-time brass knuckles champion. And there's really nothing Colt can do about it. I'm excited for this match. I mean, in a steel cage as well, so no interference, just Brandon and Colt. And Brandon has said that he's going to teach this young kid a lesson. But Colt has responded and said that. Go ahead.
Well, no, like you said earlier, you never know. Like he literally said in the comments earlier, you never know who's going to show up at Mega, and this is one of those ones where this is something very surprising to see. But Man, I'm extremely excited to see it.
Yeah. I have no idea. You know, like I said, Brandon is out to make a statement, to prove something to Colt Johnson, to shut him up once and for all. But as much as Brandon's trying to shut up Colt, if Colt's able to stop Brandon or to shut down Brandon Xavier and stop this fourth reign from happening, that's the biggest win of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot's on the line for both men here. You know, Brandon cementing his legacy, Colt trying to start a new one.
Crazy.
Man.
Make sure you get tickets. Like I said, I'll have the link for the captain's game, special ticket pricing for this weekend. I'll put it in the description. And then for your Baddies and the Beast tickets, you can contact any of the wrestlers. You can go to mcw.yapcity.com to get tickets for Baddies and the Beast. Or you can contact your boys right here at the Piledriver Podcast. And we have tickets on deck, physical tickets. I will bring it to you and hand it right to you. Double show. It is a dual show. Doors open. I just had
1 o'clock for the first one, I think.
The doors open at 1 for the first show. The bell is at 1:30. The doors open for the second show at 4:30, and the bell time is at 5. I was informed by Brandon today that you can buy tickets solo for the show, but why would you do that? Just buy 2. Just buy the double show. Just buy the double show from us. It's $25, man. $25. You know, if you want one show, front row for one show, $25 for front row for one show. For both shows, $40. So you get the discount, $10. You get the same front row seat for both shows. General admission tickets, like I said, one show is $15. Both shows $25. So save yourself some cash. You want to sit general admission? Save yourself. You know, again, buy the double pack. Come hang out both shows. It's going to be a great day of wrestling. And, you know, I'm sure more matches will be announced. We'll get into that more as we get closer to it. And I said I was talking about RSW, so I have Tim's message pulled up here. I know that we got a big match coming. MV Young is going to be defending his internet championship against Matthew Taylor.
Ooh,
at the next show. Hold on, let's see if he does this to me all the time. I had the date right here. Here we go. July 13th. July 13th, at RSW returns to Parma at the American Legion with RSW's Shock to the System.
Shock to the System.
Yeah.
Matthew Taylor won in a non-title match against MV Young. So now he gets an the RSW internet title is on the line. MV Young putting that up against Matthew Taylor when they come back on July 13th. And,
I love that title.
We'll make sure to let you know everything else going on, as well as more matches are announced for that coming up. Another big thing that I wanted to talk about, since we don't really have that much more local stuff to talk about tonight. Let's talk about what we did this weekend, boys. What did we lock up this weekend? Where are we going Friday night? On August 2nd, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
GCW, baby.
Your boys, the Piledriver Podcast, will be at the very first ever Cleveland GCW show, and I'm freaking stoked, boys.
We got Nick
Already
Gage, we got
Nick Gage, Matt Cardona,
we got Zilla Fatu, Bussy. Man.
I'm pumped about Zilla, if we're being honest. That's who I'm really the most excited about. So I just can't wait for that. That is going to be phenomenal. And then obviously SummerSlam the next day in Cleveland.
Don't forget AIW on Thursday as well.
AIW. Well, we didn't lock that up. Yet.
I did.
Oh, Vince already did.
A whole weekend of good. It's a good time.
It will be phenomenal as wrestling invades Cleveland, Ohio, for just, what's going to be. I mean, it could go down as the best weekend ever, boys.
No, I mean, really easily one of the best. Because we're literally going to go to AIW Thursday, GCW Friday, SummerSlam's on Saturday.
SummerSlam on
and then we got the podcast on Sunday.
And then we'll be right here on Sunday following that.
That's right. Just what a fucking dude! I can't wait. Like it's so far. It's a couple months away, and I'm still just over excited for all this shit. But then what are we hoping out of GCW here? Like, I saw some shit that went down where Effie went through a cage last week, busted down the side of the cage. Like,
I'm excited to see Nick Gage in live in person. It's one of my favorites, so I'm real excited to see that. Currently, Matt Cardona is also the general manager, so he's gonna probably come out and flip the script on us at least once. Not.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna see.
Mance Warner is the new GCW champion.
Yes, yes, that's crazy.
Old Mancer's a dog. Dude's a beast.
Real bad man.
And then I also saw that one of my favorites, and I know he gets a lot of love. It's not like he's overlooked or anything because he does get love, but I think the man's got mad skills. Gringo Loco will be at GCW. Yeah. Dude, I fucking love him. He's so good. So I can't wait to see what kind of crazy shit that he pulls off. Just
No, it'll be a good time.
It's gonna be.
Can't imagine what they're gonna pull out.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we get some craziness. I mean, Nick Gage in the
Hurry
house.
Up, August.
That
Nick
right
Gage
there.
in the house. It's. Yep.
The pizza cutter's got to come out at least once.
I'm ready.
A couple light tubes.
Me and Dean got experience with that with the pizza cutter.
I mean, don't forget. We got a bunch of stuff coming up June 22nd. I know we talked about Midsommar, but also AIW Shook Ones is coming to town. That's going to be at the Tadmore Lounge. They've announced Fatal 4-Way. It looks like it's Zia Brookside, Katie Arquette, Gabby Forza, and then crap. Oh, I lost it.
That's all right.
Breaking news 24 minutes ago from Game Changer Wrestling, Macchiato will be in Cleveland.
Oh,
Macchiato?
Oh.
Shut the fuck up.
Cute and deadly? Okay.
Macchiato. Yeah. Macchiato.
I'm so pumped.
I love it.
It is Katie Arquette, Zia Brookside, Gabby Forza, and the Queen, Jocelyn Navarro.
There you go. Man, how did I forget Jocelyn? Man, I'm an idiot. But yeah, that's going to be a good one.
This is what I'm talking about right here, though, Vince. This one right here. The Duke versus the Problem.
Did I freeze?
In a steel cage match.
In a steel cage match. That is going to be awesome.
Duke
I'm so genuinely excited for that. And we also got Alec Price is coming to town.
Versus Sam Holloway. And then, I mean, obviously the creme de la creme here. This has got to be the match. You got to say this is the main event, even though there's no title on the line. If it's not the main event, this match will probably be the match of the night. Fatal 4-Way. Derek Dillinger versus Tyler Jordan versus Trey Lamar versus Max Caster.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a banger, dude.
It's got to be. If it's not the main event, it's got to be second to main for sure.
It's got to co-main for sure. Also, Jerry Lynn.
Yes, ECW's Jerry Lynn will be there, which is going to be insane because that's not something that happens so often. So yes, that is. I'm very excited for that.
Jerry Lynn, probably,
Vince, you got a Jerry Lynn fig?
What is it?
You got a Jerry Lynn fig?
Not a fig. I don't even know if they made a fig besides Wrestling Superstore online. But no, definitely need one. I know they just made a major Bendy.
I didn't know if they came out with one. I didn't know who was all in the original ECW figure line.
He has the Legends of Professional Wrestling figure.
Yep.
Oh, I've seen those. I've seen those at GameStop.
Those are
I mean, you can find an old ECW figure like
what are they called? They're like they've got a funny name to them.
Champion Clashers is what this one's called.
I'm still waiting on my zombie
Yeah, with the red back and the barbed wire.
I'm still waiting on my Zombie Sailor CM Punk figure.
Oh yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah, Jerry
the
Lynn.
new
Yeah,
effing
that's the
show,
only
as they
one.
call them.
I was gonna say that's the only one I'm seeing is the Legends or the old ECW one.
The
But
Legends
other than
one's
that,
funny
he's never
because
had yeah, it's like after they didn't have the licensing or whatever anymore.
Yeah. Man, they never even had a fucking Chris Candido figure.
I know.
Crazy.
I loved Chris. And then,
Chris
I will say, just in case nobody saw, I'm sure you saw, 10 hours ago, we had an announcement for Absolution. Our boy is coming back. Danhausen returns to AIW for Absolution. What is that? 17, I believe. It's hard to make
17.
out the Roman 17. I'd say it's harder to make out the numerals behind the Absolution sign. But yeah, it looks like 17. Absolution 17 with Danhausen. I mean, just again, we've said this multiple times on this show. If you're not hip to Northeast Ohio wrestling, you're missing out. I mean, I know a lot of other places around got a lot of cool stuff going on. I see our friends go to other stuff. Oh, shout out. I'm sure there's other people that we know that went to this as well, but I'm going to give a special shout out to the good Pastor CeeLo and the Ultra Star Ashton Day for going down and making their NWA Power debuts. That's hella awesome, dude.
Yeah,
that's hella cool. So shout out, flowers to them.
Well
that was
deserved
cool.
from both.
It's so
I believe
awesome.
Pretty Boy Smooth went as well, so shout out to him, PB Smooth. But yeah, that's cool. It's awesome how much stuff's going on, but you got to think that all these people, they're working up here because it is the place to be.
It is the place.
Northeast.
We got so many promotions around us. We're very lucky to get to be a part of a lot of them too. It's really we're very lucky to have what we have around us. I mean, we can sit here and name off so many different ones. Like I was just going to mention RCW. They're going to have a show at the Gargano's training facility at the beginning of July. I just heard about this. I mean, like, how wild is it that the doors are opening and there's just so much flooding in from all over the place? Wrestling is just, awesome. And like you said, Northeast Ohio wrestling is on fire right now.
It really is.
No, 100%, 100%. And like we said, between just up here within I won't say 30. I'll give it 50-mile radius of Cleveland, Ohio, east to west, just this circle. And that's kind of only like a half a circle because the lake's there. So
lake's there, yeah.
Yeah, it's just all the way, dude.
Like
it's so fun. There's so much going on. You can find any kind of wrestling that you want, whether it be from technical to deathmatch style. It's Northeast Ohio Independent Wrestling offers everything to you. And then don't forget, we have companies like RSW who are, based in West Virginia, are coming up here as well, to put on shows. And they're drawing, man, and they're, booking talent that are up here because they see it. So make sure you're checking out Northeast Ohio Wrestling. Make sure you get to at least one of these shows that we're talking about.
Yes.
Whether it be Lake County Captains with Mega Championship Wrestling, out in Salem for NEOPro, or at the Tadmore or Temple Live for AIW. Everything that these companies are offering right now, all these men and women are putting their hearts and bodies and souls on the line for this business, man, and you can't ask for anything.
And you know where to find all the news when you need it. It's right here.
Where, Vince? Where, Vince?
Right here. This right here. Right here. Us, the guys, the Piledriver Podcast.
That's right.
Quick question before we get out of here. Dream match on the Indies with Prince Puma. Go.
Ooh, Alec Price, easily. I'd love to see two high flyers go after each other.
I was gonna go in the same vein, but I'm gonna use somebody that I said already earlier, Gringo Loco.
Yeah.
Who?
That'd be a
Gringo Loco.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're making him think. I like what he thinks.
Alex Daniels.
Vikingo.
Vikingo.
Ricochet versus Vikingo.
Hey, Ricochet versus my Mega Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Alex Daniels.
I like. That would be a match. Like, that'd be a really good match. Like
Prince Puma versus the young goat, Myron Reed, whose birthday it is today, by the way.
Ooh. Or any of the wrestlers. Any of the wrestlers.
Happy birthday, young goat. But Prince Puma versus the young goat would be fire. Prince Puma versus Matt Justice.
I don't know.
Prince Puma versus the good one, Pasicilo.
No, I get it. But man, I feel like Matt Justice would just fucking kill him. Like he would just kill him. Like stab him with a fucking knife or something.
Pumas are fast.
Pumas are fast. You still kill him with a knife.
I have a question now. Does this mean we lose Samantha Irving as well? Because she's great.
I hope not.
She's really good at her job.
She's phenomenal at her job.
Yep.
So I hope we don't lose her with the Ricochet, leaving WWE. I mean,
I don't think we will.
Kudos to him for, standing on business, essentially, man. Like, he's not happy with how things are going, and he's not going to renew his contract when he could just as easily stay there and sit in the back and not – like, he could sit there and sign for minimal money, hang out in catering, and not have to do anything.
But he doesn't want to.
I hope Nakamura takes the same thing because dude's on like a 39 loss streak or some shit like that. He's lost a crazy amount of matches in 2024. He's only won like one.
That's nuts.
And just you see stuff like how
so much more.
It is crazy how you just see people just getting left in the dark there. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Cameron Grimes quit. I mean, just if you're just made to lose, you're just built to lose so much. It weighs on a person, not just physically, but mentally as well. So I'm glad
you start questioning yourself, your abilities, if you're good enough, if this is really what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why aren't you getting this push? Why aren't they pushing me? I mean, dude, the fans were behind Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, exactly, and it was crazy to see.
Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, it's just crazy to see because a lot of these guys that are getting this treatment, they're being used to put the new guys over. And again, this is going to sound like crap, but I saw Cameron Grimes' last live interaction. It was him getting speared by Braun Breaker, and it was a 30-second match. And I had that feeling, that gut feeling that that happened for a reason. And then you see Cameron Grimes walking out, and it's like, I mean, he didn't. I don't think he actually quit. I believe he got fired. But
he got released.
Why? He got released, and I mean, it's just why? Why are they doing this? But I get it too. You have to have a way to put somebody over, but not like that.
Yeah.
Grimes got fired in NXT too, man.
Bro, this dude looks nuts.
He was so over. He was so over.
Dude, it's craziness how much he's just running around. He looks nuts. Like the agility from this dude, the hops to the top rope, the Frankensteiners.
Dude. He's wild, dude. He's a freak.
One more pro question. Who do you think wins this women's North American Championship? Do you think they put it on Trick Williams' girlfriend?
I hope it's Sol
Roca. Last Legend is his girlfriend, I believe, in real life.
Right. I hope it's Sol Roca.
I love Sol Roca, dude. She's great.
Dude, that little flip cutter she does. Smooth.
Yeah. It could go anywhere. I agree though. Sol Roca has definitely got my vote, but it could go either way. I mean, who knows right now? If we're
my main concern.
What's that?
My main concern to this night is I don't think Jordynne Grace is going to win against Roxanne.
No.
But I hope she doesn't get beat to where it makes her look
diminishes bad, Jordynne Grace. I hope Roxanne has to
monster,
go. Bro. Well, I was gonna say Roxanne is gonna have to take the heel route here and do a fucking pull the tights or something. Feet on the
right.
rope.
I hope it's like a disqualified win or something like that. Yeah. I don't want a clean win over. That's gonna be bad for Jordynne.
This is the best thing for both parties, though. Jordynne Grace coming out on NXT with the NXT jacket.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And then on TNA, she's having an open challenge for her knockouts. So I'm like, who's going to walk through?
That would be cool too. You get, somebody popping up, I'm like a Tiffy time. Where Tiffy's not going to win. Tiffy's not going to win, but she's going to get a hell of a pop over at TNA.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows who she is.
For sure.
Great to see promotions working together.
Yeah. It only benefits us.
Yep. Only benefits us. But what the last? Okay, I know that was kind of one of the last things you want to talk about pro news, but I am extremely excited. So right after we get off this, I'm watching NXT Battlegrounds. I want to see Ethan Page. I want to see what happens. I've been loving it. I've been loving.
Do you think he wins? I wouldn't be mad if he wins. I would not be mad at all.
I'd be into it. I'd be so into it. Like, I really do kind of hope he does win.
Yeah.
He deserves better than AEW, but there's so much going on in AEW. He just kind of got lost in the, you know what I'm saying?
It's great to see him back in NXT WWE. It's great to see him in NXT WWE. Like, it just to come at and the impact he made right away, was just
right away.
I'm here. All ego, baby, and I love it.
Ego. Love it.
Everything's been getting better. Everything's been getting better since Vince left. Let's all be 100% honest here. Yeah. Wrestling as WWE as a whole.
I'm loving that people are coming from different companies and they're keeping their names. They're not trying to repackage them and rename them. Like,
Yep.
They made a name for themselves in the indies or elsewhere. Like, let them keep their fucking name. Yeah. Like, I respect that.
So, all right. Like I said, let's wrap up here, boys. Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
No.
All right. Well, like I said, I will make sure to put a link in the comments for the discount tickets, for the special link for Mega Championship Wrestling for the Captain's game this week. And we will have any other upcoming information as soon as it is found out by us or told to us here at the Piledriver. We will let you know as soon as possible. Make sure you get your tickets for Baddies and the Beasts, Midsommar, Shook Ones, whatever show you want to go to. If you can make them all, make them all. If you can't, pick your favorite one and go to it and have a great time.
Either way, I promise you will not be disappointed.
Damn right. I'm the best in the world. That's my boy Vince, and that's my brother, the Big Dog. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.